Alright, Captain GooGoo again. We're going to be doing, I think it's Tampa, St. Petersburg, or St. Petersburg, Tampa it's called. I'm not sure which, but we're going to do it without scenery. Shut it down and come back and do it with scenery and see if we made any changes. Not all the scenery works, we're going to find out. So there you go. Mixture's in. Master's on. Radio panels are on. And throttle's cracked. Looking for the beacon. Beacon's on. Strobe is on. We're going to start it. And we're going to start it. Now we'll put on the rest. Nav lights. Taxi landing is on. If you look at the key switch, you can see that we can switch them. Now we're going to slow it down and set up and not waste the time on this. Alright, we're going to do a quick takeoff and land. We're not going to worry about a pattern. We're not going to do anything. It's strictly for demonstration. On next plane, if it doesn't have scenery around it, this is what you get is water. Swing around and just land it as quick as we can. Hopefully when we came back, this will have scenery when we do the upload. You see there's a wind sockets in the water. All we got to do now is find a runway. And if we keep coming around, we should. Long, we're not worried about a pattern, we're just trying to get it back down again. Now we're going to stay with the same airport when we sign off of this and close the X-plane. And I have the files downloaded. We're just going to switch them over and see if maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Shut everything down. Ooh, that wasn't good. And now we're going to put these files in and see what happens. So you go to computer, open up the C, go to X-plane, go to custom scenery, and these are the ones that I wanted to add. St. Petersburg. I'm not sure where that one was. Okay, somebody. There's another one that says okay. Lakeland, I'm not sure where that is. And if they work, that will be it. We'll see what happens now. We'll see what we get. So this is going to take a little bit to load. One thing about X-plane, it takes time to load. So of your budget, spend the majority of it on the computer. All right, St. Petersburg Clearwater International. That's where we'll be. and it says we still have problems. So we may not have gotten anything. Yeah, we didn't. So much for that one. They didn't work. So let's go up and do maybe Teterboro. That's right up Teterboro, New Jersey. Cross over and you'd be in New York real quick. This one I know about. It has a problem with Atlantic City scenery. I don't know why though, but it does. But for the most part, when you get the scenery, it normally does work. Alright, just to be leaving Teterboro. And now we're doing it my way of the way I prefer to fly. What this is called is rendering, and you got choices here. And now I'll use just my gauges. But we're growing.
Heritage Field Information Echo 1700 Zulu weather. Sky clear. Visit.
What we'll do is a New York trip. Picked up. That's what you get with real-time weather and all. If you were in an airplane right now, yeah, you'd be getting bounced around pretty good. Up here today, it's about 60, 70 degrees, and that air is just rough. I believe the Meadowlands. down to about between 9 and 11. Start this, you can make it. You could have made it nighttime if you wanted, foggy, rain, or you could use real time, real weather, and that's normally what I have checked. And we're going to come down low and go by the statue. If you went straight out, that would be Sandy Hook down there at the very end. If you ran that down. Now that's a pretty good shot for the Statue of Liberty. I mean, I think that's nice scenery. Would be Governor's Island on the left. There's actually a VFR route that you can fly where you don't have to talk with air traffic, and you're basically from about 500 to 1100 feet. Now off to the right would be the East River, and coming around here you see the Empire State Building. And this would be the Hudson. And you would actually fly this. You could be this low if you wanted to. The helicopters are usually at 400 or 500, so you'd stay about 800. But to give you an idea of just the details. This is scenery that I did add on and it worked. So I think it's pretty good. What this route is called is the Hudson River Corridor, and you would actually be to the edge of the water. You wouldn't be flying around in here, but this is for the sake of showing you the scenery. bumpy down low. I mean, this wouldn't want to be today, wouldn't want to be the day I would fly this. But again, you would not be this low. You would be at 800 to 1,000 probably, but it would be rough. If you had an engine failure, there is basically nowhere to go but the water, which is where that jet did land and everybody survived. Something you should try in a plane. You should not be flying under bridges. My father did it, 47, and got in trouble for it. And it's not the smartest thing to do, but I'm a trained professional with years of experience. I can eat Oreo cookies, drink milk, and still fly under the bridge. Unless I hit the water, that's because I probably lost an Oreo cookie. And if I lose an Oreo cookie, believe me, at that point, what's it matter? Do not try this at home without the proper training. Then by about this time you would have had helicopters and more than likely Homeland Security coming after you. But now we'll look for an airport and surrender. Gotta be one around here somewhere. We're gonna go up a little higher and make it easier. I see one. That might be Teterboro. Next video we make is going to be probably coming out of Newark at night or JFK at night and flying up that route so you can see what night scenery looks like. I've made them before, but for whatever reason things weren't working right on this. There's our runway there, so we're going to land. Flaps 20, flaps 30, flap 40. On a Cessna, when you put the flaps on, it throws the nose out. Yeah, this looks like Teterboro. And we're high. I'm not exactly sure where that wind's coming from, but this is not going to be an easy one. Normally you would know where the wind is, or you would fly around and go and check it, but because the phone battery goes dead and runs out of memory, kind of gotta like skip some things. That's the thing with these rudders are so touchy that, like, that's, you know, there is different rudders out there, but I haven't read anything too good about any of them. And here we are, Captain GooGoo is at Teterboro, and yeah, we've definitely got some winds, or our plane thing crashed. Since I don't see a windsock to know, we're going to jump off here on what is this hotel. And in front of us we have FedEx and a DHL. The DHL was all red and it was very upset until it saw me, and then when it saw that it was Captain GooGoo, it turned yellow and ran like a chicken. So I'll just think I'll block him in and let him know what authority really is here, in case he wants to come out and try to do something. Bring it on. And with that, we're done.